Representative Ehardt, I want to show you a photograph and get your reaction. Can we show the photograph of President Trump? Look at this photograph, Representative Ehardt, because I believe a lot of your work is in this photograph right here. Look how beautiful that is. How does that make you feel?
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what. I'm ecstatic, and I should have been there. I should have gone anyway. In retrospect, I'm so disappointed in myself that I didn't go out there. And I see a lot of my colleagues, not the kids, but other colleagues with whom I've been, whether it was traveling the country on the Take Back Title IX, at so many events, at the NCAA events, even at our 50th 50th anniversary of Title IX celebration. And so this is, I don't know if people are paying attention, but of course, this is one of President Trump's 20 planks to save America and make America great again. And I think he called this plank number 17. And I went to one of his rallies. I went to the Montana one and I got in. But every time Trump brought this up, this issue got the largest applause. It always does. This matters to people. And just to, I don't know if it's so much that my work has been vindicated. I think that's been happening through the last few years, including now having 25 states who followed suit and have signed this legislation, into law. But, my own senator, Senator Risch, I have something now hanging on my wall where Senator Risch had honored me. I don't know if I'd be able to see it. Oh, whoops, I just watched it. Sorry, but where Senator Risch had just, graciously honored me for my work in this. And, I'm just so appreciative. Matt, where'd you go? I just lost you. I'm so sorry.
No, we're here. We're here.
You're here. Where am I? Anyway, sorry. Well,
we can still see and hear you. So
you can still see and hear me. Okay. All right. I guess I just can't see myself. So, but bottom line is a lot's been done. This matters to people. It matters to me, obviously. And I'm so grateful that it mattered to President Trump. People don't know, but in 2020, when this was first signed into law, he had his AG, Bill Barr, reach out and contact me to, they wanted to make sure, I think, that they understood it. And then they basically wrote a letter of support. And I think that was really instrumental in holding and staving off the NCAA, as the NCAA was listening to the ACLU, because the ACLU really wanted the NCAA to come out and punish Idaho. If they'd come right out and punished Idaho, and we were able to stave that off in 2020 during the COVID shutdown, I think it absolutely would have discouraged these other states from doing, that which they did. So we had just us in 2020. In 2021, we had 8 more states sign. In 2022, we had 9 more states sign. And, now we're all the way up to 25 states that have signed this. Anyway, it's quite gratifying. This has been important to President Trump because I think it's important to the American people. It's you can call it one of the common sense things, but playing sports does so much for girls and women. And I think that we benefit almost more than our counterparts. So let me just throw something else out there for anybody listening. Before Title IX was enacted in 1972, 1 in 27 girls participated in sports, like high school sports. After Title IX and since Title IX and up through now, we have 2 in 5 participate. That's almost a 1,000% increase. On the flip side, collegiately, we have like almost a 550% increase of female athletes playing at the collegiate level, all I'll say because of Title IX. So it has really benefited us, and the lessons that we learn are life lessons that we take into the workplace and to our families, and certainly able to pass on to our children.
Yeah, that's really the most important thing here. It builds such character. We see it in our young boys when they're able to go through that, but in young women as well. I mean, it is such a character building arena for young people to go through that. It's so great to see this go through. Your resolution commending the women's volleyball team at BSU also passed the Senate yesterday, or this week rather. Yeah, and so what's the next step for that? Does that have to go to the governor, or does that's done now, right?
It's essentially
we're on record.
we're on record, but now that letter, the actual letter will be sent. I forget to the Mountain West, to the NCAA, to various people, just to make sure that they understand that this is the support that Idaho and Idaho's legislative body is giving to our our student athletes and honoring Boise State women's volleyball. So
great.
I mean, people may say, well, you know, what was that all about? I think it's important. I think it's important that we make a statement and show our support. And that's what we did.
Yeah. No,
and as you can see,
absolutely.
It was a past party line. And I'm just going to tell you, I have spoken with Democrats who 100% wanted to vote for it. They came in my office, but it's a hard thing with, you know, the pressure that the ACLU and the Lambda Legal and all of these groups give. And, you know, what I wish people would understand, especially with this legislation, the LGBT essentially have an unholy alliance, especially the L with the T, because this has nothing to do with the L. And it's very narrowly defined with the T.
Right.
But some of them act like, well, we're a group. Well, you know, it doesn't have anything to do with you, though. And there are a heck of a lot of gay women out there. They don't like this either. So this is not about the L, the G, or the B. And it's barely about the T. And so I wish people would recognize that. But of course, they have to find a reason to be all upset. And, oh, my goodness, this is about the LGBT. No, it's not. So anyway, I just had to.
A lot of virtues. Yeah, a lot of virtue signaling out there, and a lot of folks on the Democrat side that feel like they can't stray from that tribe.
Yep.
Otherwise, they'll be ostracized and lose all sorts of whatever power they have. It's interesting that happens here in Idaho when they are a super minority and don't really have as much sway as I know they hope they can.